There are many different types of Survivor fans in this world. You have your casuals who watch the show for fun, but are easily persuaded by a heavily edited reality TV show and go on to leave hateful comments all over the players' socials. You then have your big time fans who know a good chunk of Survivor history, common strategies, and can respect/understand why Natalie White beat Russell in Samoa. And then you have super fans like myself who scrolls through Survivor forums on a daily basis and knows which season Liliana Gomez played on without even having to think about it. And with being a super fan, I've come to learn all about some legendary memes and running jokes that's been going on in Survivor forums for the past couple of years. What's going on, guys? I'm Flint Masters, and today I want to share with you guys some of the most legendary memes in Survivor history. Whether it's a random meme made up by Survivor fandom or an actual meme that happened on Survivor, these memes might leave the casuals confused, but make the hardcore fans laugh every time they see them. With that said, let's take a look at the 7 greatest memes in Survivor history. We start off with the Troyzan wasn't on Game Changers meme. It's no secret that there have been many invisible players in Survivor, and yes, while in a perfect world, everybody should get their time, sometimes the editors have no choice but to purple a player who was a pre-merge boot that didn't add much to the season. But to purple someone who makes it to day 39 on a returning player's season who was a massive presence in his first season is a very questionable decision from the editors. And because of this questionable decision, Troyzan went from a 50-year-old badass to a Survivor meme. Due to Troyzan being so invisible in Game Changers, the Survivor fandom commonly jokes about Troyzan not being on Game Changers. For example, in almost any thread that mentions Troyzan, you often see a comment along the lines of, "Oh man, I would love to see Troyzan come back and play again," usually followed by a bunch of replies from people who don't get the joke. Alright, I hate to be that guy, but Troyzan for a second chance too?
But anywho, I did want to ask a question to Troyzan because what can you tell the jury?
Going into the finale of Island of the Idols, excitement for a Survivor finale was at an all-time low, as obviously this season had been extremely ugly, and the final 5 boot order and placements were very obvious. And while the episode itself was actually pretty fun, largely due to Dean, what people were most looking forward to was the first glimpse of next season, Winners at War. Yes, people were looking more forward to a teaser than a Survivor finale. And man, after the Winners at War trailer, excitement went from an all-time low to an all-time high, as it was so cool to see and hear from past winners, some of whom we hadn't heard from in over a decade. One of those old school winners we heard from was Yul, who said something only Yul would say.
Fire tokens add yet another layer of duplicity that did not exist before.
So being that this was literally the first time we heard from Yul in nearly 15 years, Survivor fans went crazy after hearing him say such a Yul thing. In fact, a Reddit user by the name of AAS Frazzo was so excited to hear Yul, he simply posted his name and nothing else. And thus, the Yul meme was born. In almost any Yul thread across Survivor forums, or heck, even random forums that don't involve Yul, you'll see Yul's name mentioned one time, followed by many Yul comments afterwards. This meme was so prevalent during Winners at War that Yul himself found out about it and made that his first comment. I mean, what a freaking legend. At number 5 is the Carter at the grocery store meme. Now to be fair, the grocery store meme has always been a thing on the internet, with this copy pasta involving a poster running into a celebrity at the grocery store, only for that celebrity to be an asshole. And I guess due to Carter being one of the most boring personalities ever, fans thought it would be pretty funny if he was the Survivor player chosen to represent the grocery store asshole. In almost any thread involving Carter, you'll find this copy pasta, followed by a bunch of confused people who are surprised to hear that Carter Williams, of all people, was this much of a douche in real life. And I gotta say, it is pretty funny to imagine a boring guy like Carter acting like this.
How's it going down here, Jeff and Carter?
Having a necklace on tonight would be sweet. And yeah, I just want to win.
Congratulations on a great season. Thanks to all you guys for a really fabulous season of Survivor. All right, so if you're a fan of Survivor and you want to own a piece, you can bid on props from this season. The website is on the screen now. This year, all the proceeds from the auction will be shared among several.
At number 4 is Stacy's legendary tirade in Survivor South Pacific. After being blindsided at the 4th Tribal Council of the season, Stacy was greeted by Christine, who also had been blindsided by Coach's alliance. So during their time together on Redemption Island, they both shared their hard feelings towards Coach. And at the duel, Stacy got the chance to say exactly what she thought about Coach. Or should I say Benjamin?
But
Know that.
is running the
Benjamin, coach.
team. Benjamin is running the team.
Benjamin makes the decision.
Makes all the decisions.
When I said coach, you said no, Benjamin.
what's his name? What was his birth name? It wasn't Coach, it was Benjamin, wasn't it? And you know, they're children, 26, 22. They over there listening to all the Benjamins, Halloween jokes, Chucky the Cheese jokes. They want it. He going out for loyalty, got them feet. Oh, Benjamin's so loyal to you. Come on now. Every day got a story. I wasn't buying it. No. So they trade like yesterday, like the tribal was all cahoots. Benjamin, let's give a hug. Keep that hug. Boop. For me, because it wasn't real.
I'm not sure if the reason why this rant became so popular was because it was funny to see a random character like Stacy completely destroy Coach, or it was simply an iconic tirade in general. But Stacy calling Coach by his real name became one of the most popular memes ever, as in many threads mentioning Coach, we see a poster recycle Stacy's classic rant, which includes emojis. Despite Coach playing with some of the biggest villains in Survivor history, not even the Russells or Randys of the world would even dare call Coach by his real name. But it was Miss Stacy Powell that called him by his birth name. Despite being an early boot, Stacy's iconic truth bomb still lives on over a decade later. Honestly, Angelina herself could be a meme, as she not only had one, but two iconic meme-worthy moments during her 39-day run in David vs. Goliath. I'm sure you know which two moments I'm referring to, as even casuals remember these moments. But if you don't, let's just say Angelina loves asking for favors.
Natalie, is there any way I could have your jacket? Natalie?
Natalie, the tribe has spoken.
Thank you, Jack.
Natalie?
Time for you to go.
Thank you.
Nothing.
So our starting offer, and this was discussed as a whole, is that we want to start with an offer of all of the fishing gear, the majority of all of the cook sets, with the exception of a small pot and a large pot and one knife, as well as 2 of the comfort chairs and the hanging swing from the Comfort Win, as well as the remaining tea and coffee from that win as well. So that is our starting point. We're hoping that, you know, if you have a counter, we are all ears.
Is there anybody that wants to sacrifice their shot at immunity? Maybe you feel safe. You're gonna do it.
I'll do it, Jeff.
All right,
This is important.
Angelina is going to sacrifice. She's gonna give up her shot at the most important thing in the game so that everybody else here can benefit with rice.
In say a discussion thread involving something along the lines of most heroic moments by Survivor players, Angelina giving up her chance for immunity so the tribe can have rice is often a sarcastic joke made. And of course, Angelina asking for Natalie's jacket is always brought up in a joking fashion, as any time a Survivor player asks for a favor but is rejected, users will use a meme format in the same vein as Angelina did when asking for Natalie's jacket.
You and I. Victoria.
I'm okay, Aurora.
I know. You know that I was the only person out of that vote.
What'd you say? What?
I need this, just to feel better about our group.
Pass me the orange
Dude.
case over there, please. Lauren? Lauren?
Even now, while Lauren is on the ground, Aurora is pleading with Victoria to give this to her.
I was the only one left out of the vote, dude.
For those of you that don't want to be spoiled on Australian Survivor, skip to this part of the video for the next USA meme. And yes, even though it's not American Survivor, Australian Survivor itself has referred to this moment as a meme, so I thought I had no choice but to include it. In AU Survivor 2016, the dominant majority alliance had complete control over the game, and the outsiders of Sue, Jenna Louise, and Christy appeared to have no chance. But not to fret, because 59-year-old Sue was not going down without a fight, and she was ready to make her big move. In fact, this move was going to be so big that Australian Survivor itself hyped this up as Sue's big move.
7:30 Monday. Sue fights back.
Not in a fit would I take orders from Flickbrook or Elle.
What
I have to pick my mark.
does Sue do?
Can I be sole survivor? I'm going to give it one red hot shot.
Alrighty, so what's going to happen? Is Sue going to form a new majority? Will she have an epic idol play? What is she going to do?
16th person voted out of Australian Survivor, 3rd member of our jury, Sue.
Well then, that certainly wasn't expected. Yeah, it's safe to say that this became Australian Survivor's first big meme, as we're still waiting for Stu's big move 6 years later. And every time the Australian Survivor promos tries to hype something up, fans often bring people back down to earth, pointing out how they also hyped up Stu's big move, so you can't really take the promos too seriously. Maybe becoming a legendary Survivor meme was Stu's true big move all along. I figured it would only be fitting to include a Gabon meme as number 1, as that season itself could be considered a meme. Now this meme isn't actually a Survivor Forum meme, a running joke, or anything like that. It's just simply a GIF that's been used as a meme for over 10 years now. After Marcus was eliminated from the game, the viewers at home were shocked, as this is still considered one of the biggest viewer blindsides of all time. And safe to say, it was a shock for the players as well to see Marcus gone after dominating the game. However, Maddie was extremely happy to see Marcus gone, leading to arguably the most famous meme in Survivor history.
Bang, getting your first look at the new coda. Marcus voted out at the last tribal council.
This meme has been used on even some of the most popular meme pages across the internet, with many amazing formats being used for it. Only in Gabon, ladies and gentlemen. Only in Gabon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know in the comments some of your favorite Survivor memes, and if you would like to see a part 2. If you like this video, then smash that like and subscribe button, as I post weekly Survivor content that even non-Survivor fans can enjoy. With all that said, thanks once again, and I'll see you next time.